Hey guys, it's Billy Davis from Pressure Wash Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. Wanted to bring something to your attention real quick. Talked to a lot of guys out there here recently over the past few months, how they may be stuck in a rut in their business and not growing as a person and as a businessman or woman. And there is a lot of women that are into parking lot striping, and that really is so pleasant to see because this can be a multiple gender occupation. Doesn't just have to be a man dominated. Actually, the women I've worked with in the parking lot striping business actually were better than some of the guys because they just much more attention to detail. And this is an attention to detail type of business. As you see here, we are marking some ADA markings. ADA stands for Americans with Disability Act. It was passed in 1990 by George W.H. Bush, president. And what these ADA markings dictate is incredible. It dictates everything about a parking lot where there is blue handicap markings. Anything you can imagine, it dictates. The surface, the type of surface, the markings on the concrete, obviously, the signage, everything is in very high detail. And if anything is out of code, oftentimes it could cost a business tens of thousands of dollars, and in this case, hundreds of thousands of dollars at this place here. They had several major ADA violations. One was where they were at about a 4.5% grade to the front door, so that was extremely unacceptable. They had many other code violations for signage, the width of the ADA markings. It was on and on and on. So they had to cut all this out and demo it and break it all up, hauled it all. Thousands of tons of concrete had to be hauled out of here on 18-wheelers, heavy equipment. So all that being said, what you need to do if you want to grow as a person in your business, as a business owner, you need to become an extreme expert at the field that you're in. Make it your business to have ongoing training, whether it's online courses or if it's some of these sort of kind of educational programs that some of us go through and put on. Like in pressure washing, there is several organizations that put on ongoing training for power washing, soft washing. One that comes to mind real quick is they having a little wash-a-thon get together, I believe, sometimes in February, if I'm not mistaken, down there in Georgia. That's more geared to some of the new guys out there. I think if you want to learn more about that, you can get with Southeast Soft Wash, Cody there in Alabama. Also, Jason Guyman out in the Cincinnati, Kentucky area, I believe he's going to be putting it on as well. That is a good thing to go through. Of course, that's not parking lot striping, that is soft washing, pressure washing, things like that. But that being said, I have a lot of guys that watch the channel that are parking lot striping and power washing and landscapers and roofers and window washers and on and on and on. So go to those classes, become an expert at what you're doing. What we're doing here, I've studied for this for years, reading code books, memorizing code books, and the same thing with the fire lane markings. We're always dealing with a fire marshal. We're always dealing with ADA stuff, city inspectors, and you need to be an expert at it. And once you become an expert at it, and you can do that within a few months. I know some of the guys have these code books in their truck, which is fine. We do as well. It's good to remember it as well. At least if you can remember a large portion of these codes. Because if you're meeting with a city inspector or a client, like here at Alversons, and you know this stuff and you can be able to recite it and correct them if they have an issue with it, or at least lead them in the right direction or to the right resource. If you have printed resources that you can hand them, all of these set you far, far, far apart from any competition. And I'm not saying this to be conceited or nothing, but I don't have much competition, if any at all, in my area. Yes, there are other parking lot stripers, but if I would challenge anyone to sit down live on YouTube, and I could recite the code book to them pretty much word for word. And it's not that I'm, higher IQ or nothing. It's just I made this my business. This is how I put food on my table. This is how I'm able to drive whatever I want to drive. And pretty much anything, anywhere I want to live, I can live there. Within reason. I go on vacations whenever I want to. You become an expert at what you do. You have a passion for it, and then you will be paid for it at some point. Your pay rate will increase with your knowledge. And we've all heard the cliches, like Warren Buffett, the more you learn, the more you earn. It really cannot even remotely describe how true that can be. I mean, it's very, very true. If you come out here and you don't know this business and you just muddling through it, making mistakes, and your confidence is not there, some of these clients can smell desperation before you even get in the parking lot. So as you learn more, as you become an expert in it, your confidence will increase, your prices will increase without even subconsciously. And what we doing today is 3 of us here. This is a lot of brain work involved in this, and we charging thousands of dollars just for today. And same thing yesterday and the day before yesterday. So, if you become an expert in your field, you almost eliminate your competition. And that's what I'm going to title this little video here on YouTube: Eliminate Your Competition. And the way you do it is by becoming an expert. The way you do that is by being very well read, and ongoing education is very important for the business owner. If you had some admin people working with you, a salesperson, even someone that answers the phone for you, they need to at least have a good understanding of the business. And now your lead tech is usually the second most important in your business. In my case, that is Chris right here. He can pretty much do this by himself. Jacob is second in line, of course, under Chris. And they know the pecking order. And that's another point I want to bring up. If you got several guys on the job, when you're not available, someone has to be the decision maker. You can't do this by committee. You can't have several people trying to make a very important decision. It needs to fall on one person if you're not there. And that one person needs to be rewarded, obviously financially, for being able to handle those decisions. And if the crap hits the fan, he or she is the one that needs to take responsibility of it. So when you pick that person to be that lead tech person, you need to invest in them with education. All of our guys are OSHA trained, they're drug tested, they go through ongoing classes. Of course, they got insurance. They're the real deal, so you need to treat them as such. Their pay has to be up high enough for them to care. You start paying these guys $8 or $9, $10 an hour, they don't care. They just ready to get home. I wouldn't blame them. Now, if you pay them $15 to $20 just for a helper, and maybe the lead guy somewhere in the $30 to $40 range, then they start to, and that matters a lot. It's going to matter for you a lot as a business owner. So you can step away from the job site at times to go take care of business. So I feel very confident in these guys. I'll be leaving today for a few minutes to go bid a job that's in the tens of thousands of dollars. So I need to have that confidence in these guys to stay here and finish this up while I'm lining up the next project. And this is an ongoing deal. This is week after week after week. So you got to have that person, that crew that you can depend on. And, somebody's setting off an alarm over there. So anyway, but look, I'm going to get off of here. But remember, ongoing education, become that expert. Whatever little niche market you in, whatever little county you tucked away in, whatever little state, whatever little city, be that guy that people will pick up the phone and go to in a time of desperation or in the time of need, where that customer calls you their back's against the wall and they're reaching out to someone for help, and you will be that person. And the only way you can get there is by ongoing education and keep improving yourself personally and your personal life and your business life. A lot of people think those two things are separate, but trust me, I've been through a lot in my life. If your personal life is not in order, a lot of times your business life will follow. So keep that in mind. Just be better in yourself as a person and as a business owner. And also don't forget about your employees as well. So anyway, if y'all need to reach out to me personally, and I really mean this, my number is 985-345-0778. 985-345-0778. I will talk to you for free and try to help you out, bring your business to the next level. The reason why I've been through it, and I found my way out, to that next higher plateau. Again, my name is Billy Davidson. I'm the owner of Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, and thanks for watching.